Welcome to Talking Heads, a project of the Africa Centre based in Cape Town. Each week, we bring you the experts, mavericks, and the thought leaders who are demanding we think differently about who and what it means to be African.
My grandfather, amongst many other things, was a shoemaker. It was a trade he had learnt as a young boy growing up in Barbados. I was told this by my mother when I myself was a young girl, and the news would forever enthrall me. I'm far from being a shoe maniac.
Wow.
But I think what I enjoyed was the notion that my grandfather made things with his own hands. Definitely, at least in the area of fashion, and certainly shoes, the label handmade has become a thing that denotes premium and high quality. Being able to make something beautiful is one thing. Being able to sustain yourself with this skill is another. Several models of production around the world do not equate to the artisan earning a healthy wage from her labors. And yet this is precisely what one woman has succeeded in doing. In 2004, Bethlehem Tilahun launched Soul Rebels, a footwear company and an idea born out of her want to create much-needed job opportunities in her hometown of Zinabwek, a village in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. There was wide unemployment, and in fact, a large portion of the population was considered unemployable. 8 years later, Soul Rebels, based in this small village in Addis, turned over $2 million and had 200 staff in its employ. Alemu did what is the primary activity of the entrepreneur. She combined several observations and innovative ideas and created possibility. Soul Rebels, Alemu envisioned, would showcase the great artisanal talent of her community, cobbling skills that had passed down through generations. It would pay fair wages. It would use only locally sourced organic materials such as hand-spun cotton and recycle materials such as tires. Soul Rebels pays its artisans 4 times more than the legal minimum wage and 3 times more than the industry average. Soul Rebels has a production process that is carbon neutral. To quote the byline, Soul Rebels is the only World Fair Trade Organization footwear company on the planet. In 2012, Alemu was featured by Forbes magazine in their Africa's Most Successful Women series, and she was the first Ethiopian and youngest woman to be awarded the Outstanding African Businesswoman Award. CNN placed her 4th on a list of 12 women entrepreneurs who changed the way the world does business over the last century, along with Coco Chanel and Elizabeth Arden. I am Yewande Omotso, and today I'm talking with Bethlehem Tilahun Alemu about her footwear company, Soul Rebels. Bethlehem, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Soul Rebels seems to me to be a marriage between multiple ideas. Could you share how the idea came to you?
I think the way I see it is good ideas can come from anywhere. If you see Apple from Steve Jobs, if you see his background where he was grown up, he was seeing what's going on in Silicon Valley and he took the aspiration from there. If you see me as an entrepreneur, I grew up in a small village in Ethiopia and I see in Addis Ababa and I see people working really hard, really beautiful handcraft. So the idea is that as an entrepreneur, to be able to have work opportunity for myself and others, I have to come up with an idea and solve my own problem. Of course, when I grew up, I have been watching people doing a lot of activity, work, hand-woven. I think that's the best way to service customers also.
I mean, I think I speak for the world when I say I'm definitely really inspired by what you founded. And
thank you.
What was your childhood like? I guess you've said a bit about it, growing up and watching. But were you always innovative in this way? You speak of Steve Jobs. Were you always someone who was innovative and looking to put things together to make things work better?
What I know about myself is watching my father working really hard. I had really good childhood. I was really happy kid, and I was running around just like other people, other small kids around the village. But one thing that I noticed is that my father is an electrician, and he works hard. He works hard every day, and I see him every day how he's sweating for nothing. I always wonder, why is that happening? If somebody working really hard, why not? We don't see any change in the family. So the question starts in the house, and then the question goes to school, and we were talking with my friends, what are we going to do about it? And then through the family when we grow up. And then because we don't have a lot of things, we have to see what we have. And we saw the Barabasso old tire shoe around us, and we see the talented people around us. So we said, hey, we're rich, we do have everything, so we can do something about this. So that's how we started Soul Rebels. That's how I started Soul Rebels.
What's the impact been of Soul Rebels, on yourself and on the broader community, but also, it has a world footprint, excuse the pun.
Well, for Soul Rebels, if you see our website or if you see our philosophy in business, it's pure business, but at the same time, we're doing good for our employee or people around us. So we're trying to keep ourselves as a business instead of as a charity, because I believe that for Africans, for young people like me, the future is working really hard, be able to create brands like Soul Rebels, and be behind it 100% to starting from the creative side of the brand, manufacturing, retailing, and you're kind of seeing your destination. You're controlling your destination. That's how I see Africa. The future Africa should be, the people should be. Us as entrepreneurs have to have our own brands in the house instead of giving our talents for other people to use it. So I think Soul Rebels is a good model for the future entrepreneurs. One of the problems that we solve is people around us don't have any job opportunities. So we give really wide range of job opportunities. We give trainings. We pay really well. So that's one of the things that we did. But the impact of that change goes to families.
How do we nurture this kind of problem solving?
Well, one of the things that we can do as Africans is that we need to have role models for that. So we need to talk about them widely in the continent and how they start their businesses, where they're at now, and the challenges that they face. So we have to keep talking about that to nurture this young generation. And they're really in a good spot because, there is a good technology in Africa coming in. So blending that in technology through the business, we can create something big, something unexpected from outside Africa. That's my vision.
One of the things you always insist in a lot of your interviews that you've done is that you didn't want to make pity products. Why was that important? And could you speak a bit about the design philosophy behind Soul Rebels?
I see charity brands everywhere and putting African faces in front of their product. When I see those products, I learned that those people are saying, we don't have the product, but we are selling these products to help this and that. So right there, they kill their brand. So they cannot be a brand and they cannot be a lifestyle brand as Soul Rebels. They don't have that wide choices to make. So they kind of stuck. If they don't say that we're helping, nobody's buying their products for a goodwill or they believe in their products. So one of the good things that we do in Soul Rebels, we focus in trends, we focus in fashion. We really try to deliver the best quality product that we can afford. And we do have excellent customer service. We're challenging ourselves to be the best brand in the world.
And in many ways, you achieve that. Soul Rebels is often referred to as the Nike of Africa. And I actually took offense on your behalf. Your achievements and ethics, for me, I think, surpass Nike in many ways. What's brilliant about Soul Rebels is it isn't trying to copy anybody. What do you think about the title, the Nike of Africa?
Well, probably people think Soul Rebels is going to be a big company like that, and we're going to be able to hire thousands, 10,000s of people in the country.
So the first international store was opened in Taiwan in 2012. And in the same year, in an interview in The Observer, you mentioned that if you could make it in New York, you could make it anywhere. And then later on, Michael Bloomberg named you the 2012 New York City Venture Fellow. Where to next? What's next for Soul Rebels?
Well, in 2015, 2016, we're going to be able to open different stores in different major cities, including Toronto. We're working on that, and more stores in Taiwan, Switzerland, and other places. So we do have a massive opportunity. We're taking that opportunity to penetrate more markets. So the future is really, really exciting for Soul Rebels, for me and for my team. We're working day and night, working really hard to make that happen.
Thank you so much for speaking to me. I'm really excited. I need to get my own pair of Soul Rebels and walk about the town in them and look good in the process. I wish you everything of the best and just look forward to hearing more and more about this amazing company.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
To find out more about Bethlehem Tilahun Alemu and Soul Rebels, and to listen to other podcasts, visit www.talkingheads.org.za.